Well, well, well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me, subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere. Hello, hello, hello. How are we? Welcome to Diesel Arsenal. Back on the stream again. Oh, right. Firstly, can anyone hear me? I don't want to make that same mistake again. You can hear me, right? Can you hear me? I will explain my face, and you can probably see the white marks there. I'm going to get into that. So yeah, don't all laugh. There's a good reason. You can hear me, right? You can hear me. Just anyone in the chat, I don't care who it is. Just someone say yes. Thank you, Dominic. Thank you, Arsenal Forever. And thank you, Early Doors. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. So basically, right? Yes, I've not been around for a long while, guys. I do apologize. But you know what? I don't even care if this sounds egotistical. I've been away for what? Probably a month, if not a bit more. And yet, after a month and a bit away, I can still come on stream now, yeah, and whip up a big crowd. Yeah, that's how you know you're good at YouTube. Come on. Yeah, nothing boring over here, nothing but entertainment, pure facts. Right, that's how we do it. Yeah, come on, Londoners, boom, we are the best. Look, firstly, let me just say this, right? I was very, very ill. I remember Jez, big up to Jez, messaged me on Monday asking me to come on his stream on the Thursday, I think it was. And I said, look, I'm rough at the moment, rough as ours is, right? But today's Monday, Jez. Your stream's on Thursday. 3 days, I should be all right. And honestly, I wasn't. I just couldn't do it. What I believe it was, well, I tested myself 3 times for COVID, and it came out negative each and every time. I lost my sense of taste and smell. My nose was constantly blocked. You know those nose inhaler things, right? I must have went through about 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, I would use them, and it would unblock for about 5 minutes, and then it would go. It would be blocked again. It was absolutely horrible. Now, for a man who loves his grub, right? And I make no argument. Listen, I make no apologies for it. I love my food, right? Yeah, and I can't taste nothing. So then I thought, you know what? Me being the positive person that I am, positive Polly, Diesel, come on. Let me use this as an opportunity, right, to start eating, like, healthy. Because I'm not a salad man. But if I can't taste it, well, let's just eat salad. And even then, I just could not bring myself to do it. I had one salad and I thought, I can't do this. Even though I can't taste it, I know what it is. And because I know what it is, I can't do it physically. Do it. I just can't do it, guys. So, yes, I went back to the old carnivore that I am, and I went back to eating meats because I am a meat monster. Yeah, but listen, that went on for about 2 or 3 weeks, right? Rough as ours is. Wasn't COVID for whatever reason. Everyone tells me when they get COVID, you can't smell. You lose you lose your sense of taste and smell. That's exactly what happened to me. But anyway, it's what it is. Whatever. The weekend just gone, guys. Yes, I did it. I went to Butlins. Yes, I went Butlins. Yes, 3 times now I've been. Me and the boys, music event back to the 2000s. Now, I normally go to Soul Weekenders, right? Caister. Yeah. I've been there 8, 9 times. For anyone who knows me, I am a proper music man. I love my music. This one, we thought, well, let's try back to the 2000s because with all due respect, we go to the Soul Weekenders and I'm probably among the youngest ones there. I'm 41, right? And I'm constantly surrounded by grannies who just want a bit of young meat. Not really my bag, if I'm honest with you guys. So I thought, well, do you know what? Me and the boys, let's go to this one because obviously it will attract a younger crowd and therefore we won't feel so young and kiddish. And I've got to say, it was really good. Absolute sweatbox in those clubs, by the way, right? Anyone who does go Butlins, just prepare yourselves, right? Because it's a sweatbox. They don't put the aircon on. I know why they do it. It's because obviously they want to get you to the bar and strip you of your money so that you're buying drinks all night every time you go to the bar, and it's rammed in there as well. So you're going to the bar and you're getting 3-4 drinks at a time. It is that hot. So hot, I had to go Tesco's and I got a 3-pack of flannels, yeah, just so I can keep dabbing myself, right, because I do sweat easy for some reason. I'm a big bloke, what can I say? But you know what? It was a really good weekend, guys. And obviously, as you guys know, the weather, it was so hot to a point of, obviously, I had my shades on, you know, my glasses, and look what it's done to my face, as you can see. See the white stripe? It's so embarrassing. I've had to go out in this, and I've had looks, you know, from certain people, obviously thinking, oh my God, what's happened to him? Is he all right? It looks like he's been ill recently. Have you just had an operation or something? No, it's the sun, I can assure you. However, ignoring that for the minute, look at the old boat. Look how nice and tanned I am. Yeah, I do tan very easy, guys. I do tan very well. I swear to God, this is not a sunbed. This is purely the sun, the weather at Butlins. Bear in mind, I'm in it all day and all night. All you do there is drink, right? You drink and you dance and you listen to tunes. It was absolutely lovely. Now, I advertised this show today. So obviously I got back from Butlins on Sunday, right? And I thought to myself, do you know what? I've got plenty of time to recover. I am absolutely shattered. I did not sleep well there at all, because as soon as it hits 6:30, 7 in the morning, the sun beams into your apartment room and it just wakes you up. Yeah, there's no fan or aircon in these apartments. The apartments are decent, don't get me wrong, but there was just no breeze, there's no air or nothing. It's just pure sun. Right now, bear in mind, I'm going to bed about 4 in the morning. I'm surviving on about 2 hours sleep. Yeah, and I did that 2 nights straight. It's absolutely knackered me out, right? So, but I had to do this stream tonight because I'm aware I've been gone for a while. Listen, thank you very much for all the guys in the chat. All you guys who have been messaging me privately on Instagram or Twitter saying, look, Big D, Wagwan. Yeah, we miss you. Where you been? Come on, come and speak facts. Too many idiots on YouTube. We need someone who's got the facts and can back it up and can speak straight talk. Yeah, hence you, Big D. So please come back, return like a boomerang to YouTube. And here I am. I'm sitting here right now, guys. I'm not even going to lie to you. I am absolutely shattered, right? I'm proper Keiko. Yeah, shattered. But you know what? I could not let you guys down. So I thought, no, here I am, right? And obviously, since I've been away, a lot has gone on. And I've been sitting back, watching, observing, as I do, trying to get all the facts and all the opinions of people before I wax lyrical about things in life, not just Arsenal, but obviously things in life, you know. So here we go. We do have a lot to cover tonight. I'm going to try and get through it as quick as I possibly can. But before I do that, let me just give you lovely people a shout out. So you all forgot I was going to do that. Every stream I do that. I never forget you guys, right? So look, 45 in the chat already watching. I've been gone for 6 bloody weeks, 5-6 weeks, and I'm still pulling in a crowd of 45 people. Yeah, 45, and I've been going, 7 minutes, yeah? That's I'm sorry, that's just class. I don't even care if I sound egotistical or arrogant or whatever. I do not give a toss. That is a result, yeah? Because what you watch here now, it's not boring, is it? Unlike some people, some channels, monotone, talking like this and then talking about the Arsenal, and I think we're going to buy, and Mikel Arteta is the best looking man in the whole entire world, and even though he's a man and I'm straight, I still want to take him to bed and bang him. No, I don't talk like that. Yeah, where it's not monotone here and it's not robotic. So anyway, before I get going, let me just go straight from the top and give all you lovely, adorable people a big shout out in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, come on. Right, Warren's team talk. Let's start with him, my good friend Wazza. Now, listen, for anyone who didn't watch Warren's stream last week, I believe it was all about Jill Dando, right? Jill Dando. Was it an accident? Was it murder? Was she killed in cold blood? Or was it just a random attack? Now, Warren, yeah, obviously, lovely man, loyal to a bone. Honestly, this guy, love him to bits. Warren comes on this channel occasionally, and he does the conspiracy theory, streams, extraterrestrial, aliens, whatever it is. Yeah, Warren will be here tomorrow, all right, doing a Q&A session. Basically, what that means is Warren's going to come on this stream and he's going to ask you lovely people, look, I'm into this. Diesel's into it, yeah? I researched the hell out of all these things. You, the viewers, the lovely viewers, you tell me what you want me to cover on Diesel Arsenal, and I will do it. Yeah. So tomorrow, I believe 7 p.m. if I can remember rightly, Warren's going to come on and he's going to ask all you guys the question: what do you want to see? If you are into that sort of thing, yeah, what would you like Warren to cover? Right? Ask him. Tell him. He will do it. He will research the hell out of that thing and he will do it, right? So please make sure you're here tomorrow. Give my guy support, yeah? because he's a top man. And also, while you're at it, please subscribe to Warren's Team Talk as well. I'm going to be shouting out a couple of YouTube channels now, okay? As I go through this, yeah? I don't shout out anyone's YouTube channel because, to be honest, the vast majority of people on YouTube I think are absolute wankers. However, there are some people I do like. So, Warren's Team Talk, big up to him. We've got Arsenal Forever in the chat. My G, come on. We've got Pepsi Pack here. We've got Tenaji, there he is. We've got Kabir Aden. And this is the other YouTube channel I want to shout out, Early Doors Football TV. Now, guys, this is Tony Blackwell, okay? Tone, I'm glad you're here. Tony is the brother-in-law of young Terence. In fact, Tony, do me a favour, mate, while you're here. I actually rung young Terence today. What time did I ring him? I rung him at 5:20. Okay. Just obviously we haven't spoken in a while. I wanted to see how he was, see if he's crawled out from under his rock yet. And obviously talk Arsenal with him, talk business, and try and get this man on my stream. So that obviously we can go back to how we did it back in the day. Yeah. Because I've got a lot to say, and I'm sure Terence has. For some reason, and Terence always rings me back, Tone, always rings me back. On this occasion, he hasn't. And I believe I know the reason as to why he hasn't. It's because Arsenal bottled the league. Arsenal bottled it twice in 2 seasons running. And when Arsenal were doing well and winning, I cannot stop seeing Terence. When Arsenal lose and bottle it, I don't see Terence anywhere. It's like, where's Wally? I just can't find him. So, Tone, with that being said, mate, when you see him, get him to bail me, please. Ben, lovely. Thank you. On the old dog and bone. Lovely, jubbly. But anyway, Tony Blackwell, his new channel, Early Doors Football TV. Please, guys, go and give him a follow. He's a lovely bloke. He's a massive supporter of mine. And he's loyal as a dog. And he's always in my chat. And he's always giving me love. People like that, listen, you got to praise him. He's proper. Well, what us Londoners say, he's proper people, and he certainly is a proper bloke, all right? So please give him a follow. Big up yourself, Tony, and I love you, mate. We got Darren Sullivan as well. Dazla, big up yourself, Dal. Hope you're well, mate. Lovely jubbly. We got Mike England in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Mike. Hope you're well, mate. And we have, sorry, I've got to say, we've got our first super chat of the night donating to the SSF fund. Do you know, it's been so long since I've streamed. I've almost forgot how to settle this up. That's how long it's been. Wow. And I was like, super chat, what's that? What's a super chat? But don't worry, it's all coming back to me, guys. I can assure you, it's all coming back to me. Our first super chat of the night, and it is none other than Randy Viper, my G, you know. Yeah, see how I said that? My G, you know. My brother, my cousin, my mate, my homie, Mr. Tripod. Yeah, Tripod being my nickname for obvious reasons. Girls, calm down. Don't get too excited, right? You got your man sitting next to you. All right, don't get him jealous. All right, it's just a nickname. Chill. Randy Viper, I love you, bro. Hope you're well, mate. And thank you very much for donating. Yeah, obviously, as Claude, rest in peace to my man up there, he used to say, it pays the bills. So please give me all your money, guys. Come on, more super chats. It pays the bills. I'm joking, by the way. Keep your money, right? We all need it. But Randy, I love you, mate. Thank you very much, bro. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. We've got Brenny K74 in the chat. Brenny, hope you're well, bruv. Well done, mate. Hope you're good. Thank you for joining. We've got the lovely Joanne Smith as well. Joanne, I hope you're well, my love, my darling, my princess. I hope you are well. You are looking good. I hope you're good, my love. Duh. I love it when I have birds in the chat. Who else we got? I think that's about it. No, it's not. Tony Ibra, my guy, come on. You know what normally happens? I talk so fast, and obviously, like, you can feel like your throat going sometimes. I can't help it. Tony, hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. I've missed you, bruv. Oh, my Diesel is back. Oh, yes, he's back with a bang. Come on, Boomerang Diesel, yeah? That should be my new nickname, to be honest. But I can't. It's Tripod's better in it. Let's be honest. Excuse me. Oh, lovely. Right, Marshall Kagami. Big up yourself, Marshall. I hope you're well, mate. Mr. Diesel, my guy. Long time no see, big dog. What's good, mate? What's good is you being here watching me, bruv. That's what's good, yeah? It's not me. It's all about you guys. We now have 51 people watching, by the way. Come on. Diesel can still pull in a crowd. Boom. Oh, love it. BVB David, big up yourself, BVB. Hope you're well, mate. We've got Peter Jablonowski. Hope you're good. Dominic Buckner, big up yourself. My G, Kabir, my G. Joe Gugg, greetings from Germany, a place I've always wanted to go, by the way. Big up yourself, Joe. Hope you're well, mate. We've got Grant McRoberts in the chat as well. Ding Dong, the witch has gone. Actually, no, Ding Dong, the bitch is still here. Arteta, all right? Come on. Ding Dong, hope you're well, mate. Lovely. Look, BV, look, got subscribers and viewers. Come on, that's how we do, yeah? Listen, real attracts real. Real goes to real, right? We've got the Dugout Football channel as well. Hello, Diesel. Doug, lost. Big up yourself, Doug. Hope you're well. This is another YouTube channel, guys, that I strongly urge you to go and join and go and subscribe to. Douglas, a very, very nice guy. When I first started YouTubing, shall we say, got to meet, so I haven't met you, Doug, but got speaking to Doug quite early on in my YouTube world. Very nice guy. I've been on his channel a couple of times as well. He's a Liverpool fan, but you know what? Someone's got to support them, haven't they? So listen, we won't hold that against him. But Doug, hope you're well, mate, and thank you for joining. I hope you're good. All right, big up yourself. UG. We've got Diego Crystal Palace as well. Diego, come on. Carnage AFC 84. Carnage, bit like this stream, really, and it's going to be Carnage. Oi, Diesel. God, amount of times I hear that from birds right as I'm walking down the road. Oi. Although they don't say Diesel, they just say oi. But yeah, I'll take that. Diesel, what's happening, mate? Hope you're good. Tony K, come on. Tone, all good, mate. All good now. I'm back to my best. AJ Bites in the chat. Guys, I will get through this as quick as possible, I promise you. It's taking up half the stream, isn't it, doing all this? Danny Cook, my G, come on, my Aubameyang out, friend. Diesel, great to see you again, mate. Looking forward to your stream as per usual. Listen, I'm just here to make your Monday night, guys. Is it Monday? It's Tuesday, isn't it? No, it's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? It is Tuesday. I'm here to make your Tuesday night. That's all. That's all I want to do, right? Yeah. Late night entertainment. I'm missing Love Island for this, right? So I hope you guys appreciate that. Yeah. Real talk as well. I'm being dead serious. I'm missing Love Island. Yeah, and I've been watching it. It's not as good. I mean, it's on its way out. I believe it's going to die a death. But listen, I'm watching girls in hardly any clothing walking around with fantastic bodies. I mean, who wouldn't want to watch that? Yeah, I'm a red-blooded male. I mean, come on. Although I will say the standard this year is absolutely piss poor. I can't even lie. And that's the boys and the girls. But Danny, thank you very much, mate. I hope you're good. I've got to read this out. Ding Dong, must say, Big D, I had something similar myself at the beginning of May. Swear blind it was COVID, but the test says otherwise. I felt like effing shit. I can't lie. Glad you are better. Mate, honestly, it just wipes you out, doesn't it? So obviously, it's horrible. The worst thing for me, right, was like the nose being blocked and not tasting anything, and you can't smell nothing either. Tony K, drink 3 to 4 litres of water, go on jogs or walks a few times a week, eat less bread, take away once a week, weight will drop off to you Diesel. Okay, I'll try that. I'm not a water man. Yeah, I can pour water in it, but I've got to put Vimto in it as well. Oh, lovely. Although I've got to start drinking water, can't I? Oregon Gooner, go on Diesel, my son. Big up yourself, mate. Hope you're well. We've got 25 likes right now. Thank you, AJ. Can we smash the likes as well, please, guys? That's one thing I will ask of you guys tonight. 50 people watching at the moment. That means I must have 50 likes, right? Come on, 1 like per person. Yeah, come on, guys. Yeah, White Lines. White Lines. Big tune. Who was that? That was Run DMC, wasn't it? Going from my mind. It's really bad, isn't it? Really bad. Stephen Baverstock, hope you're well, Steve. Hope you're good, mate. And I think that is it. No, oh my god, I've just seen probably the biggest super chat I think I've ever had. That can't be a misprint. That's a super chat, right? Grant. Honestly, when I said send your money in, people, I was joking. Honestly, mate, you don't have to do that. Honestly, we're in the cost of living crisis, Grant, and I feel bad. I do want to take it because I'm looking at that thinking, my God, the amount of steak I can get for that. Oh, God, I'll take... Grant, if you're going to force me, all right, I'll take it. I'll take it, Grant. All right, don't force me, please. All right, don't upset you. Grant, thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate that. Oh, my God. Diesel's buzzing. I swear to God. I'm like, and because I'm tanned more, right? I love it because it's double bubble, right? I go darker, I tan, and it makes my teeth look whiter as well. You can't moan, can you? Grant, thank you very much, mate. I was ill a month ago. My back was in pain, and I had to go to the hospital to get checked. I had to take tablets just to cope with the pain. I even ate a strawberry and vomited it back up, and that made me want to get checked. Damn. And I'm not a strawberry man as well. I'm not a fruit man. The only fruit I will eat is grapes, and that's it. Literally, that's it. But Grant, mate, really appreciate that, and I hope you're better now as well. When I had this thing, it was like it was common. A lot of people I knew had it around that time. It was about a month ago. Odd, really odd. But Grant, I really appreciate that, mate. Thank you very, very much. All right, I genuinely do. We've got Ryan Stockley in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Ryan. Hope you're well, mate. Jack Weston is here as well. Big up yourself, Jack. And I think that's it. No, Marlon Benny. Big up yourself, Marlon. We've got Why Not Spursy in the chat as well. Come on, my G. Daniel E. Big up as well. Hope you're well, Dan. Danny boy. Nari, the king has returned. I think he's talking about me. Oh, God, Nari. If you're not, it's embarrassing what I've just said. So I'm going to take it as it's me, right? Thank you. Oh, Tanaji. Teaser, I am a female. Rotted. Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more. I want to know about your appearance. You'll never walk alone. I'm assuming you're a Liverpool fan, yeah? There's some gorgeous girls in Liverpool. Am I that lucky? Probably not. Oh, look, Tone. Look, Tone. You getting subs, mate? Oregon Gooner. Big up, Tony. I've subbed to you. Come on. See, I don't do nothing for you, Tone. Classic Diesel and Terence. Yeah, what if I can find him, mate? We've got Nino back as well. Big up yourself, mate. Static is here as well. God, yeah, we've got a few in tonight. We've got NS Sports TV as well. Nippon, I hope you're well, mate. Excuse me. CMO, right, CMO. Come on, Conrad. Connor, but I call him Conrad. Big up, Diesel. Welcome back, bro. Thank you very much, mate. For anyone who doesn't know, CMO was the guy who he goes. You'll see CMO a lot of the time on Jez's channel. CMO is responsible for this lovely intro that you see at the start of all my streams, and I know he did Jez's as well. Extremely talented guy. I'm thinking certain things on what to do because I want to do some different stuff on this channel at some point. I just don't know what yet. However, when I do, I'm definitely tapping up my guy here, CMO. So CMO, be prepared to hear from me very soon. And give him a follow, guys, please. And I think he's got a YouTube channel as well. Type in CMO and give him a sub as well. Excuse me. Niall Kane is in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Niall. Hope you're well. I think that's it. Right. I have had a bit of a cough, guys. Obviously, I've just come off the back of that messy weekend as well. So bear with me, all right? But I had to do the stream tonight. Steve RFC's in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Steve. Excuse me. Right, I'm back. Sorry. Whew, mothball in my throat. Right, okay. Will M. Hooper is in the chat. Right, let's rifle through these. Big up yourself, Will. I hope you're well, mate. I think I've done everyone. I hate leaving people out. Tybe is in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Tybe. Hope you're well, mate. I see you. That's got to be it, right? Yeah, is it? Right, okay, lovely. Right, 51 people watching. Please, like I said before, and I'll say it again, and I'll keep on saying it continually throughout the stream, as will my guys, especially AJ Bayer in the chat. Please smash the likes, right? The more likes we smash on this video, the more people get to see it. Now we have a massive section of the Arsenal fan base who are thick as you like. Thick, capital T, capital H, thick. And they need to be watching someone like me who can deliver facts, right? So the more likes we get on the stream, the more they watch me or they're aware of me, the more they watch and the more they watch me and think, do you know what? I watch that channel over there because obviously they're the biggest Arsenal channel, but this guy actually talks a bit of sense. I think I'll start watching him a lot more often. And that way, it's a knock-on effect because obviously they then get educated. I'm providing these guys with an education. I'm not charging them, right? It's free to watch me, right? But they watch me and they get educated. And all of a sudden, in the long run, the Arsenal fan base, as a result, become a bit more clued up and a bit more clued on, right? Yeah? Isn't that the end goal that we all want? So please, as I say, smash the likes. Now, look, let's get down to business, right? I'm going to say, I said it once, I'm going to say it again. Now, before I make my point, I've just seen another super chat come in. My God, is Diesel cleaning up tonight? I'm eating well for the next week, right? Let's just get that clear. Oregon Gooner, my G, my friend, my guy, come on, my cuz, yeah, from across the pond over there. Steak and Syrup Fund, come on, yes, syrup, I am partial, I'm not going to lie to you. Oregon Gooner, thank you very much, mate. Honestly, I swear it means a lot, right? Because obviously the world that we're in at the moment, yeah, where money is very tight for a lot of people, cost of living crisis, everything is going up, and yet you still find the time and the effort and the decency to put in a super chat. And obviously, I don't take things like that for granted. Some channels I watch and I see super chats flying in, and some of these people don't even read them out. I find that so muggy. I can't help it. Really, I find that muggy. I find it disrespectful. Okay, I'm none of those things, right? I will always do that, right? No matter how many come in. So, guys, once again, to Grant McRoberts earlier, Randy Viper earlier on, and now you, Oregon Gooner, big up yourself. Thank you very much. Honestly, thank you. I've got the best chat room here. I don't care what anyone else says. The best chat room is here, right? It's a community channel. Come on, boom, 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 boom. Lovely. Right. Look, I made a point before, and I'm going to say it again, right? Now, everyone sort of said to me, and also, another reason I really wanted to do this stream tonight, obviously to converse with you guys. However, I have quite a few friends of mine who I love dearly. They're Arsenal fans, and I was at a dinner event recently, and two of my Arsenal mates were there, my Arsenal mates, and they asked me the question, Odegaard and Saka, do I think they're world class? I said no, and they could not believe that I said no. Right? Can they get... Well, Saka, I think, was the one where they were the most shocked at. I said, how is he world class? He's a good player, very good player. He can get to world class. I'm not saying he can't. How can you call him world class as of right now? You can't. You know, and this term that is bandied around so easily nowadays about, oh, he's world class. If a player has had 2 good seasons, they haven't won anything. But you're saying he's world class. A world class player to me is a player who can walk into any side, any top side in world football and dramatically improve it. Right? That's what world class is to me. A player who can deliver and perform perform consistently at the highest level on a consistent basis. So when we say world class and we look at Ronaldo, Messi, 2 players who have done it season in, season out. 60 goals this season, 65 the season after, 60 goals the season after that, 70 goals the season after that. They're winning leagues, cups, you name it, they're winning it. And yet, for whatever reason, they still come back the season after hungrier than the one they had before. Yeah? Hungrier. And they do it again and again, right? You know, they say this, obviously, as seasons go, they get harder and harder, right? Because opposition players know more about you than they know more about how you play. Yeah? And they will try and put 2-3 men on you, and you still perform to those levels season in, season out. That is world class. So when people want to come talk to me about Odegaard and Saka as world class, no, they're not. No. Because if you're saying they're world class, you're putting them on that same pedestal as what you are Messi and Ronaldo, right? Mbappe. No, they're not. They're not. Right? Now, because I've said they're not world class, they automatically think I'm saying, oh, what, you don't rate them? Whoa, thick nuts. I didn't say that. When did you hear me say I don't rate them? Right, and this is what I'm saying about this Arsenal fan base, right? When I say they're thick, and I mean I'm putting that mildly, right? I'm not gonna say too much tonight. Obviously, you know, I've got the boy next door, so yeah, I'm not one who likes to swear on streams, right? So I'm not going to. Yeah, so me calling these people thick, trust me when I say this, that's me putting it mildly and very politely, right? Some people are just stupid, stupid, right? They are not world class. But if I don't think a player's world class, what they hear is, oh my God, Diesel don't rate him. He thinks they're rubbish. Whoa, hold on, boys. Did I say that? No. The question was, do you think they're world class? No, they're not. Now, look, speaking of world class, I was told, as Jez and a few of the others, you know, Arsenal need Champions League football. Cool. Why? Well, because obviously if they get Champions League football, then obviously it attracts a better caliber of player. Hence, Arsenal can then go and get world-class players once they're in the Champions League. Whoa, cool. Okay. So, this is what I've been told from a lot of people over the last 2-3 years. Okay, cool. Okay. So now we're in the Champions League, right? We're going to be in it next season. So now, because obviously I'm a bit of an elephant, I don't forget. I'm looking at these people who told me this, these specific people, and I'm looking at the way Arsenal are operating at the moment in this window, and I'm like, okay, so now because of what he said and she said and they said over there, we're now in the Champions League. Okay, so I'm only repeating what they told me, guys. I'm not making this up, right? We will now go after world-class players. Okay, so, okay. Where are they? Where are they? Am I stupid enough to believe that in the next month or so, I'm just going to see an array of 3 to 4 world-class players walking through the door at the Emirates? Because if that's what people are believing, I hate to break it to you, but you're going to be in for one bad summer. Declan Rice, is he world class? No. Good player, very good player. Yes, I do want him. Would he improve our midfield? Yes, he would. Not world class. Jurrien Timber, is he world class? No. No, but these, but hang on a minute, mate. He's an upgrade on Rob Holding. Oh, cool. Oh, well, that's all right then. That's fine. So, you know, I'm better than Rob Holding. I'm 41. So he'll do because he's better than Rob Holding. Right, cool, okay. I could find you a player in the Championship. I could find you a player in the Vauxhall Conference who's better than Rob Holding. Facts, right? But irrelevant to that, Jurrien Timber, is he world class? The answer is no. Okay, so that's 2 now. Kai Havertz. You know, we just don't learn our lesson, do we, Arsenal? You know, buying Chelsea rejects and they never work out. And yet we're doing it again. And I think people ask me all the time about, you know, what's my thoughts on this Kai Havertz deal. And I'm going to say it like this. I'm not going to follow no narrative. I'm going to tell you what I genuinely think, right? There's a part of me that looks at this and thinks, do you know what? This could either be one of the stupidest, dumbest deals ever, or it could actually work out to be a shrewd signing, right? That's how I look at it. Yes, he's flopped at Chelsea. I personally believe he's not a striker. He's played under 3-4 managers. I actually think there is a player in there. I do. But we're only paying 10 million less, I believe, than what Chelsea bought him for. 65 million is a lot of money, right? We are paying top dollar for a Chelsea reject. If we're being honest about it, he's flopped there. He has flopped, right? Chelsea are having one of the luckiest windows I think I've ever seen. To a point where, you know, coming towards the end of the season, I was looking at it, I was thinking, God, Chelsea, do you know what? If they're going to thrive next season, how are they going to get rid of all those players? Because we've never seen it done before at that level, right? If we're being honest. I mean, we're not talking 3, 4, 5. They've got enough players that they need to get out the door. And then along come the Saudis. And they're just taking all Chelsea's dead wood. And they're paying good money for it as well. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, Chelsea, how lucky are Chelsea? Anyone they don't want, they just tap up the Saudis. The Saudis give them top dollar and they take them off Chelsea's hands. I mean, it's brilliant. Wow. But why is it only Chelsea? I look at Arsenal and I think, well, actually, Mr. Saudi owners over there, we've got some like dead wood of ours, you know, of our own. How about you take these? And now, is it because our dead wood is that poor and that tragic that even the Saudis are looking, thinking, do you know what? No, we're all right. You're good. You're good, Arsenal. No, that's cool. Cool. We'll stick to Chelsea. All right? Kai Havertz for 65 million. I'm sorry. And I think this is what annoys me even more, right? It's the fact that Arsenal just don't learn. How many times have we done this? Right? When you're hearing Chelsea fans saying, Arsenal, please take him off our hands. Chelsea fans are praying that this still gets done, right? And Arsenal take him. They're praying. I've not come across one Chelsea fan yet who has said, oh, God, I don't want him to go. Not to the Arsenal. He's going to strengthen him. No. They're all sort of saying, Arsenal, listen, 65, forget that. We'll take 40 for him, right? That's what I'm seeing, right? You know, from a lot of these Chelsea fans. Now, when you're seeing that worries me. That worries me. Yeah? Now, clearly Arteta is seeing something in him that we're not, right? But when you're haggling over Declan Rice and yet you're just giving Chelsea 65 million straight off the bat for this guy, for this guy who's flopped, I'm sorry, that's question marks for me. Right, that just shows you that Arsenal don't learn. Arsenal have got some bad negotiators in place. They do, right? They do. Now, all this rubbish about some of these so-called Arsenal channels and these idiots on there who just talk nothing but crap. And I told you guys before, when the camera's on, they say one thing. When the camera turns off, they're more or less saying the same thing I am. Right? Trust me, I know these people. I can spot a snake. Yeah, trust me. Right? It's all rubbish. Yeah? Arsenal don't learn. And all this about a lot of these so-called Arsenal fans trying to tell me, well, the window's not even open yet. So, you know, listen, let me just educate, right, some of these Arsenal fans, especially these thick ones, because I'm sure some of these thick ones are watching us right now. Right? They think football is this holier-than-now sport where no player gets contacted until the transfer window opens, right? If you think that, I can't be that. You're proper green, right? And you need to start, you know, educating yourself. These deals happen from time, right? Agents talking to players, clubs tapping up agents, clubs tapping up players. You think when Saka and all them go to the England duty, what, you think Saka's not in Declan's ear? Mikel really likes you, you know. Listen, he's going to give you a bell tonight, right? You know, have a chat with him, blah, 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 see what's what. Yeah? That happens. Trust me. Right? It happens. Declan Rice is Arsenal's number one summer target. Not number 2, number 3, number 4. No, he's Arsenal's number one. Okay? If there is a deal that you are just going to get done, not quibble over this, you know, he's 100 million or whatever. That, you know, Sullivan has said he's 100 million and you're coming in with 70. I'm sorry. Arsenal, seriously, learn. They just don't learn, and it bugs me. Listen, if West Ham say he's 100 million and Arsenal going at 85 plus 15 or whatever, that's one thing. right? You're not too far off, something like that. West Ham were looking and think, well, we're going to reject that, but listen, we can talk, yeah. When you're coming in with 70 million, that West Ham will look at this thinking, are you taking the piss out of us or what? Yeah. Arsenal have got a history of doing this, right? If it's your number one summer target, pay the money. If they've openly come out and said, listen, this is what we are prepared to sell it for, no more, no less. Yeah. Arsenal have got a decision to make. I want Arsenal to make a statement and make these signings and get them done early doors. Yeah, so that when pre-season comes around, these new players are with the squad. Yeah, and also Arsenal are going to submit their third bid this week. Why do bids take so long to submit? I don't understand it. I don't get that. Right? Pay the money. Now, what annoys me is that Arsenal are quibbling over this deal when Declan Rice is the number one summer target. If Arsenal just paid the money and get him, then if you want to quibble over the other players, the other deals you got going on, all right, cool. But this is your number one target. Get this done quick. Get it done, right? You know what's required. Come correct and get the deal done. Yeah? Havertz, we didn't quibble over that. They wanted 65. Yeah, here it is. Cha-ching. That's what I find baffling, guys. That is what I don't get. Yeah? You can get that done early doors. Yeah? And come right near to what Chelsea want. But you can't do it for Declan Rice. And Declan Rice is what? Twice the player that Havertz is. And it's every season. This happens to us. Every season, whether it's William Carvalho, Higuain, these players who it just drags on. Mudryk was the last one, yeah? We don't negotiate well, guys. I'm sorry. And what worries me is this is where I believe Arsenal were very naive as a football club. I reckon Arsenal are dragging their heels because they reckon Declan Rice has told them, look, don't worry, I only want to sign for you. All right? So basically, they're taking Declan at his word. Which is why, Bayern Munich are interested, but he doesn't want to go abroad. Apparently, he wants to stay in London. Arsenal are going to use that and just obviously drag this out because obviously West Ham know he wants to go. West Ham are going to be put in a position at some point where they're going to be forced to sell. And our Arsenal are banking on that, right? For me, that is absolutely dangerous. Yeah, because if what we're being led to believe is true and Man City are also interested, one call from Pep, Declan's going City. Now look at it and I think to myself, if I was a player, right, and I had my heart set on staying in London, I had my heart set on going to the Arsenal. This is just me, by the way. I know we're all different. See if I get a phone call from Pep. I'm going City. If Declan Rice turns down Man City to come to the Arsenal, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I would have to question Declan Rice. I would. Hate to say it because obviously Arsenal likes my club, but you're talking about a team who have just won the treble. Yeah? Look at the players you're going to be playing with every week. You are guaranteed to win something next year. Surely that's the whole reason why you're leaving West Ham, because you want to win trophies, right? You are guaranteed to get to the latter stages of the Champions League. You're more or less guaranteed to win the league. You're going to say no to that. And also, you get to work under the greatest manager in world football, right? Playing alongside players of that ilk week to week, sharing a dressing room with these players. You're going to be working under a manager who's going to elevate you like you wouldn't believe, because that's what Pep does. You're going to say no to all of that to sign for Arsenal just because you want to stay in London. Now, look, I don't mean to sound harsh when I say that, but for me, the name of the game is trophies. It always has been. And if you're going to give all that up to come to the Arsenal, yeah, I'm flattered and I'll take you, because obviously you are a quality player, Declan. But from a mindset point of view, what is your aim here? Like, do you not want... I don't know. Guys, you tell me. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, right? I just think coming off the back of what they've done this season, Man City, I don't know a player who would say no to him. I don't know a player who could turn them down. So if they do get serious and they really go for him, and we all know Man City could just put the money down. I look at Arsenal and I think, do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if they miss out on Declan Rice. I still think Arsenal will get him. So I genuinely believe he does want to come to the Arsenal. I do. Right? I do. But Arsenal have got to stop banking on that and taking his word and all this and just get the deal done. Just get it done. Seriously. But I will say Declan Rice is not world class. And again, I go back to my point. I'm not being horrible here, guys, but I can only tell you what I was told. Right? Arsenal being back in the Champions League will open the door to world-class players. My question to you guys is, where are they? Where are they? Where are the world-class players? Because Havertz ain't definitely at world-class. Rice ain't. Right? Yuri and Timber ain't. So where are these world-class players? And I cannot believe that no one's really questioning this. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Arsenal fans are excited when Arsenal sign a player. It's irrelevant who it is. They just like the fact that their club has just signed a player. And I think there's a lot of that going on. Yeah? No one's really talking about when Arsenal bottled it this season. No one's really talking about Arsenal not coming correct in the January transfer window, because if they had have done, we would have won this league this year. Take my word for it. We would have won it. We would have won that league after all those years. Yeah? But no, Arsenal flopped in the January window. They did not do what was required. Even I said, do some good business in January. And if it means we have to have a quiet summer, cool. I've got no issue in that, because you would have come correct in January, got the players that we needed, right? And we could have won the title and taken it off of Man City. But no. And I'm telling you now, guys, when it comes to it, Arsenal just don't want it. And I've always said that. Yeah, it's a saying of mine. When it comes to the crunch, they just don't want it. Yeah, they don't want it bad enough. Yeah, I think Mikel wants it. I don't think he's there to just make up the numbers. I genuinely think he wants to win. I really do. Right, and a lot of this I'm not putting on him. It's above. It's whoever's making these deals. Arsenal have never negotiated well. Arsenal never sell players well. Arsenal never get the maximum amount of money. I'm seeing these Chelsea players who are going. I'm seeing the prices that they're going for, and I'm thinking, do you know what? Decent. Yeah, decent. Arsenal, we don't do that. We don't do that. Right? And I don't know why. I really don't. This Kai Havertz thing, I look at it and I think, if you're buying him, right, as a striker, I'll tell you that, forget that now. Listen, 65 million. The only player here that excites me is Declan Rice. Yeah? The only player. Yuri and Timber, I'm not going to sit here and make it. I know. I don't watch him. I don't know. Right? All I keep being told about him is he's an upgrade on Rob Holding. Well, that's nothing to write home about, is it? I'm an upgrade on Rob Holding. Yeah? My 68-year-old dad is an upgrade on Rob Holding. Yeah? Let's not go down that road, guys. Yeah? I'm not into this upgrade on Rob Holding. No, I want players coming in who are better than what we've got. And when I say what we've got, I mean in our stats starting 11. Yeah, they should be getting players in as good, better than Saliba or Gabriel, or at least the minimum as good as. Yeah. My question to Arsenal is: do you really want to win the title? Do you really want to go again and this time elevate? Yeah. And pit Man City. I don't think they do, guys. I really don't. I think it's a money thing. I think they're happy doing the Champions League because it brings revenue, additional revenue. That is genuinely what I believe. Yeah, I think Arteta wants it. I do. I don't think he should be here, but I do think he generally wants it. But the Kai Havertz thing, I mean, it's more or less done. I think we know that now. I don't understand it. I don't get it. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And then I heard a fan say the other day that, where he's tall and he's good in the air and he will bring height to the team. And I just thought, do you know what? I cannot believe you support the same club as me. Like, some of these people, like, I listen to their comments and it's absolute rubbish. Seriously, like, we're going to pay 65 million for a player because he's tall. Sorry, he's tall. He's tall and he can head a ball. 65 million just for that. It's mad. Thomas Partey, let me just quickly touch on this as well. I said to you guys towards the end of the season, and I do firmly believe I was the only one to have said this. I said to you guys I would sell him. Yeah, because twice now, and he's not the only one, but I criticise Partey a lot because at the end of the day, I expect more from him than most of the other players. Throughout the season, last season, I was doing these streams on the end. I was saying to you guys, he is the glue in that team. Anything happens to him, we're screwed, right? And for 3/4 of the season, this guy was immense and he was absolutely brilliant, and we're all praising him, right? Then the pressure comes on, and where does he go? He goes missing. Then we play, for me, and I've always said this, the final straw for me was when we played Man City, and I see him getting bullied by Jack Grealish, the party boy. You look at Thomas Partey, should be a big man, imposing, strong like an ox. And he's getting bullied by Jack Grealish. And I mean bullied, right? Jack Grealish, the party boy, Mr. Ibiza. And ever since that game, I looked at it and I thought, you know what? You are not what I thought you were. And for that reason, I would sell him. And I genuinely mean that. Now, people can hear this, and like some of my boys have said it. Oh, what? Just one game? You're going to? No, listen. It's what it symbolises. It just symbolises to me that he's not that force in that mid. He's not a boss. Yeah, I want a boss. I want a Marco Essien. I want a player like that in that middle. A Patrick Vieira, a boss in that middle. Yeah, like a Yaya Toure, a boss, a midfield enforcer. Yeah, and let me tell you now, right? Those players I've just mentioned, right? They were midfield enforcers and they were bosses. You honestly think those players, right, would have got bullied by the likes of Jack Grealish? No, right? But he did, yeah. And he goes missing, and his body language. Those last several games, he weren't on it. You could tell he weren't on it. He weren't running back for the ball. He weren't playing how he was, right? Which tells me either something's gone on or he's chicken. Either way, get him out, right? And now we're hearing rumours that he might be going, right? So I was right. So Arsenal do watch this channel, yeah? Go, revamp the midfield, right? But if we're trying to say that Kai Havertz coming in and this Romeo Latvia is going to come in and they're an upgrade on Partey and Granit Xhaka, the answer is no. Listen, right? Arsenal need to realise, right? We were struggling last season and we were playing once a week. We're going to be playing double the amount of games next season. Yeah? I'm glad that Granit Xhaka's going. He's had a great season. Cool. But I'm still glad he's going. Because we need better and we can get better. Right? We're Arsenal, right? Let's never forget who we are. We're a big club, right? We're Arsenal. But if you're going to, listen, I'm in favour of Arsenal getting rid of both of them, Thomas Partey and Xhaka. But for me, let's use our brains here. If you want to get rid of these two, cool. But you need to be bringing in players of the same calibre or more or higher. Minimum, right? Minimum. It's as simple as that. And I think Arsenal are just going up. They're just very arse about face over this, like in my opinion. There's no logical thinking. There's no plan. What is going on? Now, again, people are going to be watching this right now thinking, Diesel, man, like, it's not even open yet. The window's not open. Well, okay, well, cool. I'll tell you what then. That's fine, because maybe Arsenal are working on some stuff and it's not news to us and we haven't seen anything. We haven't heard anything. Cool. By that logic then, as soon as it opens, I'm expecting 3 or 4 world-class players to, rock up at the Emirates? Will they rock up? Because we're in the Champions League now. That's what you guys have said to me, right? We're now in the Champions League, right? Additional revenue, right? We're going to make loads of money, yeah? And world-class players can't say no to us anymore because they want the ultimate, which is the Champions League. We are now in that, which means that we can attract these players. Yeah? So I'm only reiterating the point that you made to me all those months ago. So now I want to see it. Yeah? I want to see it. What is taking so long in getting Declan Rice? What is it? Just pay the money. You know, we all know you have it, Arsenal. You've got the money. Pay it. If he wants 100 million and you go in at 95, I'm pretty sure West Ham are going to take it. Right? Stop lowballing. And that's what's annoying me. They want 100 million, we're going at 70. No, Arsenal, 100 million. All right, 75. That's what Arsenal do. All right, 77. All right, 79. All right, 81. All right, 83. That is Arsenal to a T. To a point where West Ham eventually are going to say, do you know what? You're taking the piss out of us. Do you know what? I don't even want to talk to you guys anymore. I don't want to deal with you. Or whatever. And also, you have to understand, guys, as well, it sends a message to Declan Rice as if to say, Arsenal, like, do you want me or not? Because surely, when it drags on like this, it's not really a good advert for the player, is it? Yeah? If you think the player's worth that money, you'll pay that money. If you keep lowballing like that, the player's probably looking at it thinking, Arsenal, do you rate me as much as you say you do or not? Yeah, that's the price. Pay it. Get him. Just get him. Get it done. I don't get what the hold-up is. Just get it done. And also, by the way, let's have it right. This Declan Rice deal is what's holding up Granit Xhaka going to Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah? It's holding it up. Right? So it's a double bluff here. So, yeah. And also, listen, let me just touch on Spurs quickly as well. I was looking at doing like a 2 or 3 hour one, guys, but I don't think my throat's going to hold out. But I will do a couple. I'm going to try and do a couple more this week because obviously there's stuff I want to talk about. I do want to listen. I know it was a while ago, and obviously I've been ill for a long time and I've been out of action. I do want to touch on at some point oh God, what's his name? The Vinicius Real Madrid, the racism thing. I do want to touch on that because I've got to say, I've been looking around YouTube. I cannot believe, and I genuinely do mean this, what I'm about to say. I genuinely can't believe that hardly any channel was even spoken about this, right? About what happened, what's gone on, about him taking a stand, his teammates standing with him. Right after the game, the pundits asking Carlo Ancelotti about the game, and Ancelotti's basically saying, "No. I don't want to talk about the game. I want to talk about the incident, what happened." Yeah, and Ancelotti actually going to the superpowers of Real Madrid and saying, "Listen, you need to sort this out and back him, yeah, because if he walks, all his teammates are walking with him." Yeah, Ancelotti made a stand on behalf of Vinicius. Now, bear in mind, this is a manager who everyone said, right, was going to get sacked this season. Yeah? So let's be honest, he was a man on the ropes. Yeah? And he still went in and backed his boy. And do you know what? The amount of respect I've got for Ancelotti, because I'm telling you now, there's not many managers who would have done that. Yeah? But he did. He really went into bat for Vinicius. Yeah? Really did. And I respect that. And when we see these England internationals, free warnings, if a racist chant, then obviously the game gets postponed for 5 minutes. If it happens again, postponed again for 5 minutes. If it happens a third time, the game gets called off. So what they're basically saying is black players need to hear that crap 3 times before any serious, it's not even serious, before an action is taken, hence stopping the game. And it does mean a lot to me, like all this, guys. It does, because it just people tell me races, it's got better, and for me, it hasn't. It's just more hidden. And I think when you actually watch and listen to what this guy was saying, Vinicius, you know, because this happens to him more or less every single game out there, right? On him because he's black, because of the colour of his skin. I look at our internationals. I look at Saka stepping up to take a penalty, and I've got my head buried in my hands thinking, oh, please, please don't miss. Please don't miss, because you know what's going to happen. If he does, same with Rashford, any of them, right? You know, and it's, I've always made a point of saying, you really want to make a stand, England? When that happens, how about the white players walk off? How about they walk off? Yeah, because I'm a big fan, and I say it most of the times on all these streams I do. I always make a point of, I love that saying of solidarity among brothers, yeah? I do. I really do. It's a team sport. It's a team game. And I think, do you know what? If they come for one of us, they come for all of us. And I've always had that mentality, whether I'm in a relationship, I'm with a bird or whatever, yeah? If that's my woman, it's me and her against the world, yeah? Nothing and no one, right, will come between us. And I've always had that mindset. And it should be the same here, yeah? So, you know, there's obviously a lot more I can say. I'm not going to say it all tonight, so I'll have to do a separate stream for that. But, yeah, I just wanted to really touch on that because that needs to be highlighted because that still goes on over here. And I'll tell you something now, yeah? John Barnes and people like that who didn't say boo to a goose back in the day, but now you can't shut these guys up, right? When I look at a Raheem Sterling, Saka to an extent, yeah, and these other black players who just take it, right? Just take it. No. That happens, you walk off. You walk off the pitch. Make a stand, right? Because I tell you guys, right, what's going to happen now? Because it's all about money, right? These players, and yes, I do include Saka in that. Yes, I do. Any of them, yeah? They get racially abused, right? Water off the duck's back. Yeah, we know it affects them, but they won't say boo to a goose. Why? Because they're getting paid loads of money. But you watch Saka, Raheem Sterling, all these guys. Watch when they retire, right? And they're a pundit on Sky, and this gets brought up. I guarantee you now, they will have so much to say about it. You will not be able to shut them up. Yeah? Oh, you can talk now because you're retired and you've made your millions. No, the time to talk was then when you was playing, because these guys have got a high enough profile where they can walk off the pitch and refuse to play for England again until the country gets their arse in gear and sorts it and sorts the problem. Yeah? Sort the problem. No one, white, black, Asian, doesn't matter. No one should have to play a sport and be subjected to that. Whether it be a banana thrown or monkey chance or this, that, the other. Shouldn't have to, right? But the country's so lax, it's allowed, right? They don't hit hard enough, the punishment. You're going to fine a country 20 grand. What's that? It's nothing. Yeah? Right? I do blame the government, the authorities and all that for it, yeah? The FA, whatever. But I also blame the black players as well, because what are you doing? Walk off the pitch, make a stand, right? Refuse to play for the country until they take action. If it means you lose out on money, cool, it is what it is, but make a stand. The amount of respect you would get, oh my God, it would go up tenfold. And with players at the level of your profile doing that, you honestly think if Saka and Rashford and whoever else walks off, nothing will get done? If they're going to be forced into doing something because these are two of England's most high-profile players. Right? I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. Right? So if they're not going to talk now or, make a stand now or say something now, then do you know what? That's on you. But when you're retired and you're sitting up there, in that luxury booth working for Sky or whoever, don't you dare have anything to say about that then. Don't. All right? So no respect. I'm sorry. No respect at all. Yeah?
I don't know that.
Oh, that was my Alexa. Sorry. So yeah, listen, that's my take on it. And also, what was I going to say to you as well? Very, very quickly. I was asked this today, actually. Harry Kane. Listen, any Spurs fans in the chat, I don't know. Harry Kane I'm telling you now, will stay at Spurs, right? Because he is a big fish in a small pond. He likes to be the centre of attention. He is England's golden boy. He has got no ambition whatsoever. In fact, I go as far as to saying the geezer's an absolute loser. I like Harry Kane. Do I think he's world class? No. And do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't think he deserves to have the label as world class, because for me, world class is not just ability and the ball and how many goals you score. It's also your mindset, your work rate, and the fact that you are ambitious and you want to go to the highest level and win trophies. Harry Kane has not played at the highest level, i.e. a Real Madrid, yeah? Right? Until he does that and starts doing what he's doing now at Spurs, if he can do that there, then yeah, cool. I'll give you that term world class. Yeah, but you're not even willing to test yourself, Harry Kane. You are a loser. You are unambitious. It's as simple as that. I cannot believe you are still at that club. Yeah, and this is not because I'm an Arsenal fan and I'm digging at Spurs. No, I'm looking at the player. For a player of that ability to have gone through a whole footballing career and won nothing, and people are defending this as well. This is what annoys me. Yeah, any other player, right, they would be getting dog's abuse, but no, because Harry Kane is the golden boy. Harry Kane is the Anthony Joshua of football. That's how I look at it. Same with Anthony Joshua in boxing, where the guy can't do no wrong. He's a commercial brand. Everyone loves Anthony, Joshua. He can't make a mistake. He's perfect, and everyone loves him, and he's the poster boy and all that. All right, Harry Kane is the exact same in football. Yeah, the exact same. Yeah, loser. Simple as that. Season they've just had at your age, you want to stay. You're so selfish, Harry. All you care about is breaking that Shearer record, right? You're not bothered about trophies, winning stuff at the highest level. You sicken me. I'm sorry. I don't care, right? All this, we need to respect him because he loves the club. No, right? Is everyone forgetting what Harry Kane did when he didn't get his move to Man City? He refused to turn up for training. Have we forgotten all of that? Yeah? Well, I'm asking you guys, have we forgotten that? Because you love the club, but he did that. He was prepared to force his move. He didn't get what he wanted. He sulked about it. He did not turn up for training. Do you remember? Was it 3-4 weeks? He didn't turn up, right? But then the season starts. He scores a couple of goals, and all is forgotten, Harry. It makes you laugh, honestly. But you know what? You'll always get this, guys. Some players, not all, but some players who are the poster boys of the England squad, the England team, the country. He's definitely one of them. He's one of the poster boys. He can't do any wrong. Things get swept under the carpet. Any other player, it's front page news, dogs abuse, this, that, the other. But no, it's Harry. Sir Harry Kane. He's loved. We love him. He's our hero. He's our captain. All this rubbish. No. Forget. Leave all that at the door with me. Right? I've said it before and I'll say it again. The man is an absolute loser. I cannot stand players with ability like that who are unambitious. That's how I look at it. He is unambitious, right? The minute Benzema left, he should have been on the phone to his agent saying, right, listen, get me in there. Yeah? When you look at Jude Bellingham, let me give you an example. Now, listen, I've just given you a massive speech about Vinicius, about the racism, right, that goes on in Spanish football, okay? And obviously we're seeing Vinicius make a stand, and this is a guy who gets dog's abuse, right, playing for Real Madrid. Even with that, Jude Bellingham, a mixed race kid, right? Even with that, knowing all of that, right, that's gone on, Jude still looks at Real Madrid and says, do you know what? That is the one club in world football you can't say no to. You just can't say no to Real Madrid, right? They have a mystique, they have a lure, yeah? And as far as he was concerned, forget Liverpool and all them. When Real Madrid come and they came to his house and they sat down with his family and they treated them like lovely people and didn't coat off any other clubs, they told him what they wanted, what they were looking for, really made him know, we want you, yeah? Class, right? So even with all that going on, Jude Bellingham still looks at Real Madrid and thinks, do you know what? How can I say no to that? Yeah? Young kid, knows he's gonna win trophies there. looks around that dressing room and thinks, God, Modric over there and Toni Kroos over there and Courtois over there. And he's like this, yeah? Star upon superstar upon superstar upon superstar, yeah? That is what I respect, guys. I respect players like that who look at it and think, you know what? If I want to be the best, I need to be playing amongst the best, right? Yeah, I go to Real Madrid. Modric has just signed up for another year. I'm learning off of Luka Modric every single day in training. Toni Kroos every single day in training. Vinicius every single day in training. Yeah? How can you say no to that? Jude Bellingham, I'll tell you something now, that is a boy who's got ambition, and because now he's there, and you'll see who he's playing alongside, Luka Modric and Toni Kroos are going to wrap him up in cotton wool. They're going to teach this boy some things that he needs to learn. And I'll tell you something now. Watch Jude Bellingham thrive, because you can only thrive in a team like that. Yeah? That is what you call ambition. Yeah? Young kid going, scared to go? No. Even with what's happening with the Vinicius thing, he's still going there. Why? Real Madrid. You don't get bigger than that. You don't. Right? That is what you call ambition. That is a player who wants to be in this game to win titles and win plenty of them. He's gone to the right place for that. Compare that to Harry Kane. Loser. Absolute loser. I've got no respect for him. I'm sorry. None. If he stays there for next season, all this rubbish about he's got 1 year left, he'll play it out and then he can pick. No. The time to go, Harry, is now. Now. Yeah? But he won't go because he's scared. Test himself. Why would he move, eh? Everyone loves him. He makes that step up. For all we know, he might not be able to make that step up. And all of a sudden, all his good work he's done over the years, forgotten, and all they remember is that season where he flopped. Right? But he doesn't want to test himself. And for that, I'm sorry, I can't respect people like that. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't care. This Postecoglou who's going in as well, and I'm seeing a lot of fans, not just Spurs fans, I'm seeing or Arsenal fans. A lot of fans are ripping this guy. Let me just say this now, and obviously, as you guys know, it's Spurs. I'm not a lover of them, but I think this guy could surprise some people, you know, because I've looked into him and I've seen him in quite a few, and for me, I actually think he's all right. And listen, we hope they don't, and we hope they carry on. And to be honest, as long as Daniel Levy's there, I think every manager there is going to be on a hiding to nothing. But if I was a Spurs fan, because I do have a couple of mates who are Spurs fans, and they were tearing their hair out, and I said, look, do you know what? Give the man a chance. Yeah, you've tried it with the Conte and the Mourinho's. It hasn't worked for whatever reason. I'm not putting it all on them too. But this guy is coming in. He's an unknown quantity, really. Yeah, he speaks well. He seems like he knows what he's on about. Give him time. Give him a chance. He may just surprise you. And yeah, you know, that's what I'd say about that. But yeah, listen, back to the Arsenal guys. I don't know. People are asking me all the time, where do I think Arsenal are going to end up next season? And I've always said it's not about me sitting on the fence. You guys know I don't sit on the fence. But I just find it very hard to answer a question like that without signings. I mean, you know, ask me once we've done all our business, and then obviously I'll give you an answer. But it's very hard to answer that when we've not made any signings yet, you know. So I think we have to wait, and we have to just look. Listen, we have to just try and be patient, and see what's going on. But listen, there is a part of me that thinks we could lose out to Man City here. I just can't imagine a player saying no if they get a personal phone call from Pep. I just can't see it. Now, from what we hear, it sounds like he's got his heart set on coming to the Arsenal, and Arsenal are using that to their advantage. Hence why this is dragging on. But it can only drag on for so long, right? The club will lose interest, as will the player. So I do think Arsenal need to hurry up and get it sorted. I still can't believe they're paying 65 million for Kai Havertz. I think that is an absolute joke. I genuinely do believe that's a joke. I can't believe it. And yeah, Jurrien Timber, cool. From what people tell me, he's decent. He's all right. But I'm not having this. He's an upgrade on Rob Holding. You know, every time you ask a fan about Jurrien Timber, what's he like? Well, he's an upgrade on Rob Holding. Okay, that wasn't the question. Like, what's he like? Is he a good player? And they say it again, you think, well, what are we doing here? Do you know what I mean? Another super chat from Grant McRoberts. Oh, Grant, do you know what? I love you, mate, honestly. Thank you very much, mate. Honestly, it really means a lot. As a Rangers fan, Ange is a good manager and he takes no nonsense, but he needs to be backed or it will fail. I would have taken him at my club. Daniel Levy thinks Ange is a yes man, but he will take no crap. Oh, lovely. Thank you very much, mate. For what I've seen of him, Grant, he I've got to be honest, I like the look of him, you know. I think he speaks well. I hear that he's very tactically astute, you know. He's not one of these managers who have just come off the boat. Do you know what I mean? You know, he's decent. Speaks the language, you know, good, like, you know, man manager. And sometimes, for a club like Spurs anyway, I don't think it's a case of, it's not always about, you know, reputation. It's about just getting the right man in there. If the right man happens to not be a World Cup winner or Champions League winner or this winner or that winner, yeah. But he's a good man manager, and obviously, you know, but again, you're right, he needs to be backed. He needs to be backed. Will Daniel Levy back him? If Daniel Levy didn't back Conte or Mourinho, what makes you think he's going to back him? You know, so, but yeah, their demise, obviously, you know, we're loving it. So we hope it continues. Then that we all know Daniel Levy isn't going anywhere. So while he's still there, obviously Spurs are always going to struggle, right? But I do like this Ange guy. I think he's all right. I think he's all right. Would I take him at Arsenal? No. Because I want elite. And obviously we are a much bigger club than what Spurs are. So obviously we have different motivations, you know. What I want for this club is to obviously pip Man City and win the league. Spurs fans are just dying for top four. Well, actually, they're the same as a lot of Arsenal fans. They're not bothered about winning the league. They just want top four. Why? I don't get it. Why? You know, what's the point of being in the Champions League if we're not going to go on to win it? You know, I ask fans all the time, like, do you think Arsenal can win the Champions League? And they'll start laughing at me, right? Whenever I ask that question, right, they laugh. But yet they're the ones who just so desperate to be in it. But if you don't think Arsenal can win it, why do you want to be in it? I don't understand it. And when they throw, it makes the club more money. Makes the club more money. Haven't they just put an increase on season tickets? So let me get this right. Because again, this really winds me up. Arsenal, and again, I keep saying this, right? Cost of living crisis, bills are going up, right? You either heat or you eat. You put the heating on or you don't put the heating on and you can eat. But if you eat, you can't put the heating on. And I know we're going through a summer heat wave at the moment, but you get what I'm saying. Arsenal are now in the Champions League, right? Now, that would have given him absolute, just millions, just for being in it. They're going to get millions, right? Millions. So you'd think, and obviously they always praise the fans this season. It's been like no other. The fans are together and the Emirates is buzzing, and part of the reason Arsenal finished second and got themselves back in the Champions League was down to the fans. The fans, right? The fans are back on side, this, that, the other. Okay, but the first chance they got to put the money up, they did, didn't they? The first chance they got to increase those season tickets, they did. Bear in mind, Arsenal are now in the Champions League, which means they're making even more money. There's millions more revenue coming in. But no, greed plays a part. So even though they've got all this money coming in, they're still going to charge you, 6-7% more for your season tickets on average? If I remember rightly, that's how much they put them up by. No. Caring about the fans is a case of, do you know what? We're now in the Champions League. With that, obviously, with all these additional millions in revenues coming into the club. But do you know what? Because we love you fans so much and you played a massive part in getting us here, we want to give back, right? We want to give back. So what we're going to do, we're going to knock off 3, 4, 5% off your season tickets. Because we can cover that, because obviously we've just made all these millions. So we want to give back and help in this tough time. You were there when we really needed you. So this is our way of giving a little bit back and saying thank you to the fans. No, what they're saying is these fans bend over. Yeah, let us do what we normally do, and we'll do that week in, week out. Yeah? Can you guys generally not see it? I mean, seriously. Am I wrong here? Because if anyone thinks I'm wrong in the chat, please challenge me on it. Because, you know, it's all right, us believing what we see on Instagram and Twitter and all that, you know, from the club, always thanking the fans, thanking, you know, this, that, the other, the fans. But if you love the fans so much, you know, the club, and you really appreciate our support this season, and the Emirates has been like no other, and it's been absolutely buzzing, why do you keep taking the piss out of us? Why do you keep raising prices when you know not many fans can afford to go to games anymore? That's just on your own with your mates. What if you got a family? What if you know you got a couple of kids you got to take with you? It's dough. It's a lot of money, and yet you guys want to eat at the worst possible time. You want to put an increase on your tickets. Bear in mind, you've just made Champions League and you're getting even more additional millions coming in. But you still want to try and squeeze every last drop of blood out from the fans? And let's be real, they're probably going to do this again next season. Now, when a club is doing that to their fans, I find it very hard to believe that they actually appreciate the fans and they love the fans. Of course they love the fans, because the fans are going there and spending their hard-earned money. You know, of course they don't like fans like me who won't ever go. I'll go if I get a free ticket. I ain't paying for it, right? They don't like fans like me, people who can actually sit here on the stream, talk to a group of people and spit facts about what's really going on. They do not respect the fans. It's the fact. Because if they did, they wouldn't put their prices up. Put your prices up, right? When it's normal again in this country, right? Not when you're in a situation where you either put your heating on or eat. You know, where there's food banks being opened up more than there's ever been in this country now, right? There's so many people on the breadline. So many people can't afford to go to football, right? Just to get there is challenging. What do you do? Drive? Where'd you park? That's going to cost a bundle. Take the train? Oh, hang on. Train fares have gone up. People don't look at these things. Yeah? Right? The club could easily, with how much money they make, they could easily help fans out. And just give a little bit back. I'm not saying loads. Give a little bit back. Every little bit helps, as they say, right? But no, they want to stiff you even more. And yet they've made more money this season, more revenue, but yet they still want more from the fans? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Right, let me come to some comments quickly. Dazzler, I'd rather have Postecoglou than Arteta. Yeah, good shout. We've got James ITM in the chat. Big up yourself, James. I hope you're well, mate. BVB David, it's revenue and objectives, not just revenue. Yep, fact. Early doors, it only makes you more money if you progress. So if you only play a couple of games, then that comment has no relevance. We've got 56 likes. Thank you, AJ. Yeah, do you know what? That's actually a like for every single person who's watching. We've got 57 watching at the moment. That's decent, you know. Yeah, thank you, guys. Oh, forgot early doors. Thank you. Look, I forgot about this. Diesel, you forgot about the merch. The Champions League merch. It's all about the merch. I forgot about the merch. That's another thing. Christ, have you seen how much the kids are? I mean, seriously, guys. I mean, you got a couple of kids and you got to buy them one each. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep banging on about this. I just find it sickening. I just find it sickening now. I'm sitting here saying all this, and yet I don't hear anyone else banging like the same drum. I just don't understand. It's like they just take whatever this club dish out, all because they had a good season and they finished second. That's it. As soon as Arsenal did that, as soon as when Arsenal were losing games or drawing games at the Emirates, and I'm seeing there's still that buzz at the Emirates, even though we've bottled it. It didn't matter. We could have done just for finishing second. Arsenal could have done a bus parade, and there would have been thousands upon thousands on the streets lining up. Why? They haven't won anything. Yeah, but we finished second, so they didn't win anything. Yeah, but we're second and we're back in the Champions League. Right? And I'll tell you something now. For anyone else who says this to me, this is one thing that really bugs me, right? And even like my own friends say this to me. Yeah, well, we were close to winning the league days, but come on, man. Like, man, look how good Man City are. We were never going to topple them. Hang on a minute. Well. Let's back up a little bit. Was it Man City? Was it up to like Man City that we drew with West Ham? No. Was it down to Man City that we drew with Southampton? No. Was it down to like Man City that we lost 1-0 at Everton? No. Like, people seem to realise Man City were top and we were chasing them. No, we were top, right? For the vast majority of the season, we had the title in our hands. Right? There was no talk about Man City back then, right? We bottled the league. We didn't win this title because it was down to us and our failings. Nothing to do with Man City. Let me assure you on that. Nothing to do with them. We lost the title because of us, no one else, right? And a lot of Arsenal fans need to start realising this. I've got a friend called Tom, right? And I hope he's watching this. Yeah, I see him last week at a dinner event, and I was saying the same thing to him as what I'm saying to you guys now, right? And bless him. Love the guy to bits, but he said to me, when I was saying all this to him, he said, you sure you're not a Spurs fan? Why don't you just go and support Spurs days? You're always knocking the club. And see that response there, right? And I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, do you know what? You're lucky like you're my mate, because if that was a random geezer who just said that to me, I'd have sparked him out. I just cannot stand that comment. I can't. And it's like, I look at it, I think to myself, do you know what? Are you sure you're an Arsenal fan? Because you're always criticising the club. And it's like, I look at it and I think, do you know who we are? Yeah, we're Arsenal. No. Do you know who we are? Do you know how big this club is? Yeah? Well, of course I do. What's that got to do with... No. Listen. When you demand, whether it's football or in life, in your job, whatever, when you have demands and you have high demands, right? Trust me, guys, you will win. More often than not, if you push yourself to the limit and you expect perfection and excellence in anything you do, you won't go far wrong. See that mentality there, right? That I heard that as, well, you're meant to be an Arsenal fan. So whatever Arsenal do, you're meant to follow, keep your mouth shut and just agree with everything that they do. I'm sorry, I'm not one of them. I know you are. Judging by that comment, I now know you are. I'll put money on it. You are. You're happy to take whatever they dish up, right? Being an Arsenal fan doesn't mean you can't question your club, right? Being an Arsenal fan doesn't mean that no matter what decision Mikel Arteta makes, yeah, you back it and you believe in it. No, I supported Arsenal before Mikel got here, and I will be supporting Arsenal after he goes. Yeah, the be-all and end-all isn't Mikel Arteta. This was always young Terrence's problem. Yeah, he followed the manager first and the club second. I don't do that. I follow the club. I don't follow the manager, right? I follow the club. Okay, I criticize, I praise Arsenal, and this is the thing, Tom. Why is it no one mentions when Diesel praises Arsenal? Because I have done a lot of this season, right? I'm a massive advocate of credit where credit's due. I can see Static and Early Doors TV in the chat now. You guys watch me on a regular. And I always make a point of saying that. I'm a massive advocate of credit where credit's due. If Arsenal deserve credit, I will give them credit. I've got no issue in coming on it and praising Arsenal, right? But when Arsenal don't operate as to how I know they can, Arsenal are a big club, but they don't move like a big club. That has always been my problem with this club, right? Because Arsenal are an institution. They are massive. They are massive worldwide. Arsenal are massive. I know how much money they make. I know Arsenal have got a pot of gold. Yeah, we're not exactly on Poor Street. We are a very, very rich club, right? And the way it is in football at the moment, if you want to win things, you have to spend the money. You have to. Yeah. And this narrative of, oh, well, we bottled it again, but we have got a young squad. These people are making the exact same excuses that they made last season when we bottled top four. But don't worry, we didn't get top four. Spurs got it. But don't worry, they're a young team. But you watch next season, they will have learned from their mistakes and they will right the wrongs and they will have had a year under their belt of playing with each other. That's what we were told, right? Now, fast forward this season just gone, they've bottled the league. And yet again, we're hearing the same thing. They're a young squad. They were never going to topple Man City, but they'll learn from this. Another year of working together and playing together and all this. I cannot believe the narrative just keeps on getting pushed back. And people can dig me out or whatever they want to do, but I don't change my opinion. I come on here and I say what I have to say week in, week out. Yeah, I don't change no goalposts. I don't have to. I'm too intelligent for that. Right, that's why I can always quote back on the stream. I said 2 months ago, 6 months ago, 8 months ago. I've got people in this chat right now. It's the Static, the Early Doors, AJ Bites, all these guys who watch me week in, week out. So when I say something, I know I'm not one of. Oh God, look, what did I say 6 months ago? I can't remember what I said. No, right. I always remember what I say because I always speak the truth. It's as simple as that. If Arsenal are a giant for me that just needs to be picked up and ran with, yeah, that's how I look at it. I really do, right? We were that close to winning the title. And in my opinion, the only reason we didn't win that title was because we didn't do what was required in January. And that hurts me, That really hurts me because we could all see it. Not just me saying this, a lot of us said it. Do what you got to do. If you've got to pay over the odds by 10 million for Caicedo, do you know what? We're in a situation now that we've not been in for years. If it means you've got to pay an extra 10 mil, honestly, any other situation, don't do it. You have to do it now. It's one of those situations because that can be the key to us getting that title. Do it. Yeah. If you're in with a sniff of a title, and you've got to walk through a little bit of hell to get to heaven, do it. Just do it. But no, ambition wasn't there, right? And then we lose the title. And for me, it still shocks me to this day that there are not many Arsenal fans still talking about that. It's all forgotten now. The season's done. It's all forgotten. Everyone's buzzing for next season. And I'm like 2 seasons now on the trot where we've bottled it, where the pressure has been on and we have not done what's required. Thin squad, all this rubbish, yet they play once a week. Every time Saka has a poor game, oh, he's tired. It's like, seriously, come on. It shocks me. It really does. And I know I am a minority. I get that. But I've got a mouth for me and I'll always say what I think. And Newing Jones, big up yourself for Newing. Pathetic transfer window so far. Yet again, linked with every player under the sun, yet not much urgency to sign them. Not prioritising the right positions either. I mean, why aren't we going after Kane? Do you know what? The way he's been, I wouldn't even bother with Kane. I really wouldn't. I see your point now. Listen, every player's got a price. Although that's one thing, I couldn't see that. He'd get murdered. Kai Havertz completed Arsenal player. Danny Sharp, hope you well, Dan. Our club is so blind, thinking they have all the fans on side. Condinho Abdallah, hope you're well, mate. This is what billionaire corporations do. They don't care about their customers. That is a fact. Diego, a third of the fan base are now international tourists. The owners of football clubs are cashing in on them. Yep. Fans are just customers, nothing more, nothing less. Again, another fact. And that's how I look at them now. And that's how, we're not fans anymore. We are customers. It's as simple as that, right? Got to go, Diesel. Great stream. Cheers, Dal. Yeah, catch up with you soon, mate. Hope you're well. Look, revenue from the merch, table position, and player sales, and they still put their prices up. I just think it's disgusting, man. I'm sorry. I really do. I just can't see how this isn't being spoken about more, right? I really can't see. Now look, a comment like this. I've got 60 people watching. So I'm going to ask you guys who are watching me, right? I'm going to read this out, and then I want you to tell me what you think. Am I being harsh here? Is it me? Is Marlon right? I don't know. Leave it out, Diesel. How can you say Saka isn't world class? Anyone who criticizes Saka needs to look at the stats. He is better than Thierry Henry, in my opinion, because he's only a kid and has carried us. Do you know what? Marlon, you seem like a lovely guy, and I've spoken to you before in our streams, so I'm not going to do what I would normally do and rip into you, yeah? Two things there. Saka, for me, is not world class. Just because I say he's not world class, it doesn't mean I'm criticising him. He's got a way to go before he can be called world class. He's not done anything yet of note to be considered world class for me. World class for me, I put in a very high bracket. I know it's banded around easily nowadays. One good season at a club and you're world class. I don't agree with that, right? But the main thing for me in that comment is when you're saying he's better than Thierry Henry. Now, for me, wow. I'll leave it to the guys in the chat. I've got to leave that alone. I might say something I regret. What else we got? Todd Burge, pick up yourself, Todd. Hope you're well, mate. I totally agree with you, Diesel. Local football and sports clubs need help with money and other stuff, but professional clubs just give the community club the middle finger. Fact. Absolute fact. Mr. Waffles in the chat as well. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. 61 likes, like and subscribe. Thank you, Static, my man. Lovely. Early doors, Todd Burge, you're not wrong. Local football literally out with begging bowls, and there was supposed to be money filtered down to grassroots. Don't think they have seen a penny. See, there you go. Facts, Diesel. I question my club Arsenal every single day. Oh, yes. Diesel, facts, you always do, and I know you have for years too. Exactly. Thank you very much. Early doors, you say it exactly as it is, Diesel. Some people can't handle the truth. No, they can't, which is, and that's why I love doing these streams, because listen, someone's got to stand up, man. Someone's got to stand up. Even this, you guys, I've said this to you guys before. I'm a big fan of Andrew Tate. I love this guy. I think he's absolutely brilliant, and I think he's exactly what we need. When I say we, I mean us as men, young men. Right now, I know he's getting vilified at the moment, and they're trying to put him away. Tell you the truth, guys, after what I've seen, and I've watched a lot of him, I don't think he's done any of this sex trafficking rubbish. I think it's all propaganda. I think it's all rubbish. I think he is a very powerful man. Like him or loathe him, he is a powerful man, and he is getting through to the young men, right? The young boys, right? And all I'm hearing is, don't be afraid to go for what you want. Be ambitious. Get out of bed early in the morning, work hard, go to the gym. Yeah, no matter what job you do, be the best at it. Don't take seconds. And it's a lot of it. And also, don't take shit off a woman as well. And I know a lot of guys who are under the thumb, right, with their birds, yeah, and I find it absolutely sickening. Now, listen, I come from an era where, you know, you're the man of the relationship, yeah? I'm not saying, obviously, you know, let her have a little battles and all of that, you know, let her think she's won, you know, the odd one here and there. But when it comes to the crunch, be a bloke and be a man, yeah? Right? So I'm saying it's like all this being a doormat and letting them walk all over you. No, that's not how it was back in the day. But this world now, with these modern men, it's into their feelings and no, I'm sorry, no, I'm not into that. Right? It's rubbish. Be the best you can be. And listen, guys, I've always said this as well. Yeah, you are, and I guarantee there's 65 people watching right now. I guarantee you guys who are watching me, at some point you've been made to feel embarrassed. It's like you're made to feel shamed because you want the best, right? I don't think Mikel. I think Mikel has got us to a certain level. I don't think Mikel is the one to elevate us to that next level. I really don't. I don't. Right? I've always said I want an elite level manager, a winner, right? And I get laughed at for that. Why? Because I want the best. You know, I want world-class players. I want proper players. I want characters, leaders, fighters in this club. Right, players in this club who know what it means to battle and fight, but can also play as well. You get laughed at for that because you want the best in class. You know, it's you know, I have an exam. I've got a B plus. I'm kicking myself. I wanted an A. B plus for me is no good. I want the highest thing there is. When you talk like that to certain people around you, they mock you and they laugh at you. Right now, luckily for me, I'm a very strong-minded bloke. Right, that don't get to me. All I think is, well, you can't be a proper mate then, because I've got a mindset. You haven't got the mindset. You want the mindset I've got, but you can't have it because you're a loser. Yeah. So therefore, and this is the thing, guys. Right, be very careful and wary of the friends and the company that you keep, because what I found over the years, you've got something, they want it, they can't have it, and what they'll do, they'll piss all over your thing. It's like if you got a car, yeah. And you've got a friend who really loves that car, but he knows he can't get it. So what he's going to do, he's going to slate it. He's going to slate your car. Yeah. Oh, what we got that for? All that rubbish, right? Yeah. And a year later, he's got the same car. Do you know what I mean? It just, honestly, it's jealous. Listen, jealous. I've always said this. Misery loves company, right? And that's a true saying. Misery loves company. And jealousy is one of the worst traits that a person can have. And you would be surprised, very surprised, at what level jealousy plays in amongst your circle of mates, groups, your friends, whatever. Yeah, I'm telling you now, it's always the one you least suspect as well. But it's there. It's there. You know, friends, family, girlfriends, husbands, missus, side piece, whatever. These people are meant to elevate you, help you thrive, right? Not keep you down to their level. And that's why over the years, you know, you have to, sometimes it's not nice, but sometimes you have to cut certain people out. It could be a long time mate that you've known from school, but he's just not getting anywhere. You want to get somewhere. And a lot of it is to do with the company you keep, you know, and if you keep company with losers and scumbags, then you're going to be looked at as one. And you won't thrive, you know. Surround yourself with decent people, you know what I mean? Everyone's going places, you will too. It's weird. It's a fact of life, though. I can't explain it. It just is. It's an energy thing. But listen, never ever. What I'm trying to say, guys, the moral of that story is, don't ever be ashamed to demand the best in class, no matter what it is. Car, football player, manager, anything, right? You want the best, yeah? Doesn't matter what it is. There is no shame in that. I applaud that. I love that, yeah? But there will be people around you who will try and make you feel ashamed of it, and then you go inside yourself, and it's like you're scared to say it. No, I could not give a toss. Mikel Arteta is not good enough for this club, for me. I want better, right? I'm not ashamed to say that. I want better, all right? I want better players. I want world-class players here, yeah? I want to win the league. I want to compete with Man City on every level. That's what I want. Yeah. You want to be the best, you got to compete amongst the best. It's as simple as that. You know, don't let anyone tell you different. Yeah. Where's that comment? I'll see. Early doors, great stream, Diesel. Over 50 people still in the chat. Welcome back. Mate, Tone, honestly, I swear to God, right? It's like I was saying before. Yeah, when you think 5-6 weeks at the game, come back and you would have thought, oh, he's out of sight, out of mind. He'll do a stream. No one's going to watch. He's been forgotten, blah, blah, blah. No, Diesel can still pull in a crowd. Boom, come on. Love it. Honestly. But listen, I promise you guys, I will not stay away for that long, unless it's obviously illness or whatever, right? Because we do have a lot to talk about. We've got a lot of transfer business to hopefully look forward to, yeah, with this team, hopefully getting elevated and then spending some money. I was going to ask you guys a question about how you see Arsenal's chances next season, but to be honest, I've had people ask me that, and it's very hard to answer because until we've got our signings done, I can't answer the question. I don't know. I think it's very unfair to ask that and demand an answer when we haven't signed any players yet. We all know we're going to sign players, and there will be players coming in. There will be players leaving. Until that's done, you can't answer the question. You just can't. Yeah? It's as simple as that. You can't. So, yeah, we have to wait. We have to just be patient as we normally do and see how this Declan Rice situation rolls, see how it goes. I do think we'll get him. You know, for people asking me, do I think Arsenal will get him? I do. If I'm honest, I do. But I think the longer it's left, the more chance Declan has of getting his head turned. And I think if we was to lose out on him after chasing him for this amount of time, I think that would be absolutely embarrassing, and it would be disgusting as well on Arsenal's behalf. And if that does happen, I promise you guys now, I will do the stream of all streams, because that needs to be highlighted. I'm sorry. There needs to be sackings if that happens. You know, heads need to roll. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But also, what happens most seasons is Arsenal will always make that signing that is so left field that no one saw coming, that there was no speculation about. And they always do that to us, don't they? They always do that one signing that actually shocks us. You're like, what? We've bought who? No. It's true, isn't it? It does. It always happens. Ginger Pubes, sick name. Saka, better than Henry. Whatever that guy's smoking, I don't want it. And I think he's referring to Marlon. Listen, I can take most comments in the chat, but when you're putting Bukayo Saka, when you're putting Saka above quite possibly the greatest foreign import we've ever seen in the Premier League, when you're putting Saka above Thierry Henry, the king, you know, it's like this thing with Odegaard is the new Bergkamp. And I've heard a lot of Arsenal fans say that Kai Havertz is the new Bergkamp. And I'm like, oh my, do you know what? That's not even a joke. Like, there's certain things you just don't say. I don't even care if you said that for banter. That's not banter. There are certain players who are held in such high esteem. You don't degrade these players by putting them in the same sentences as Havertz and Odegaard. Right, I like Odegaard, by the way. Like he's gone up in my estimation last season. I thought he had a good season. He's a good player, and I've warmed to him. I really have warmed to him. But he could not lace Dennis's boots. I don't care what anybody says. He could go on next season and score 30, 40, 50 goals. Doesn't matter, right? He is nowhere near the level of Dennis Bergkamp, right? And if he ain't, Kai Havertz certainly ain't. I'll tell you that now. Thierry Henry, you can't be putting... I'm sorry, as much as I like Saka, Saka's nowhere near Henry. I'm not even... Oh, Henry's better, but Saka ain't far behind. No, I'm telling you now, They're on different planets. Saka is nowhere near light years behind Thierry Henry. Fact. Fact. Thierry Henry's a one-off. You can't say that, my friend. You can't. And when fans say that to me, I always have to ask the age. There must be youngsters. Must be, because you would never get a big man saying that. Ooh. Never. Diesel is right. You're wrong, Marlon. Saka disappeared again for the last 8 league games of the season, last season and this season. Carlos Henry brought us trophies. Fact. Saka wouldn't get into the invincible squad. That's true. He wouldn't. He'd make the bench, but he wouldn't get in the first 11. Henry was brilliant. Saka is good, but a long way to go yet. Exactly. Do you see my point, guys? Right. So when I'm talking about world class, and people are asking me, Saka's world class. No, he's not. Right. But what they hear is Diesel saying, "Oh my God, like Diesel thinks Saka's shit." I never said that. Right? Of course he's not crap. Right? I love Saka. I think he's quality. Yeah. But he's not world class. I mean, you have to understand what world class means, guys. I mean, that's the highest of highest. He's not there. He's not there. Could he get there in the future? Yeah, he's got every chance of getting there. But at this present moment in time, he's nowhere near world class. I'm sorry. Right? Why can't you just be a good quality player? But you're not world class, but you're a good quality player. I don't get what it is. If you're good, you have to be world class. If you're crap, you're crap. It's not one or the other. Right? Same goes with Martinelli. You know, Martinelli, the same with Odegaard. These are not world-class players. They're good young players, up and coming, you know, quality players, but they're not world-class. World-class, you walk into any team in the world. These three couldn't. No. Not any team, no. Right, and stop going off stats, please. Honestly, this bugs me, right? Stats this, stats. No. Right? If Odegaard, just say he got more goals and assists this season than Kevin De Bruyne, you're taking Odegaard over Kevin De Bruyne? No. Sorry, you're not. You're just not doing it. Okay? He couldn't lace Kevin De Bruyne's laces. I'm sorry. Kevin De Bruyne, for me, in that position, is the best in the world. Saka hasn't even reached Vinny Jr.'s level, let alone King Henry. Go out for some fresh air and stay off the internet for a while, buddy. Come on, son, my guy. Marlon smoking on pure delusion. Marlon, see, this is why I thought, no, do you know what? I'm not going to say nothing. Let me open it up to the floor and get these guys' opinions, because I knew this was all going to come. You can't, bruv. I don't know if you was on a wind-up, yeah? I didn't see a funny face or a LOL at the end of your sentence, so that tells me that you must have been serious about that comment. Honestly, you can't. Look, no disrespect. You're clearly young, yeah. You can't compare these two players, man. You can't. Not Thierry Henry. Sorry, you can't. Simple. It's not even if it was banter, bruv. That's not even a joke, man. You can't be saying them things. You know, we're talking proper legends here. Yeah. Danny Cook, Marlon, that is the biggest insult to probably Arsenal's best player of all time. I rate Saka, but Henry's shadow will forever loom large over him, and that is a fact. So, yep. Ryan, Andrew Tate, top G. Come on. I love the guy. I think he's brilliant. But you know what? You know what it is? And again, Ryan, you know, this is where I was put intelligence into it as well, yeah? He could say 10 things, and you agree with 8 of them. He says 2 things you don't agree with. All of a sudden, don't like him. He's an idiot. I don't agree with anything he says. Yeah? If people actually listen to the message he's getting, you know, he's trying to get out and to what he's actually saying. I don't agree with everything he says. Don't get me wrong. Right? Yeah, I like Piers Morgan. Yeah, I do. I always have done. I like Piers Morgan. I don't agree with everything Piers Morgan says, and I call him out on a lot of stuff. I don't agree with his treatment of Meghan Markle. Yeah, now we all know he tried it on. Meghan knocked him back, and this is why he now don't like Meghan. Why he's got an agenda against Meghan, because he fancied her. He fancied a bit. Yeah, she looked at him and thought, no, I'm Megan. Look at you. No. Yeah, you're Butters. You're Brock. Yeah, and obviously, and as a result, she's knocked him back. That's why Piers don't like her. So these treatment of her, I don't agree with that. But during COVID, Piers calling out the government, Boris, every single day on Twitter, forcing him to come out and answer questions. I thought Piers was brilliant with that because he's got a profile and obviously he can do that. But I don't agree with everything Piers says, but I still like him. I like Simon Jordan. I think Simon Jordan's absolutely brilliant. I love him. And some of what he says, I don't agree with. It doesn't mean I don't like him anymore or I hate him, right? I agree with some things. I disagree with others. What a lot of people in this country do is they hear one thing, just one thing they don't like, and they just sum up that person, right, at once. Don't like him, wrong, and move on. And it's like, nah, that's not how it works, mate. 64 likes, lovely. Thank you very much. Yeah, if I can try and get an 100 on this will be quality. Static, these are all facts. I get laughed at for Simeone. Yeah, he's exactly the one I want. But what they'll say, Static, is he plays crap football and this, that, the other. He don't play the foot. He's too defensive and boring. And we want to be entertained because when we go to the Arsenal, it's not a stadium anymore. It's a theatre. And we want to get popcorn and we want to see 4 or 5 goals. If Arsenal lose 5-4, we got our money's worth, and we go to the pub and have a few drinks. We go home. We tell the missus that we had a great game. We lost the game, but we saw goals. We got our money's worth, babes. Don't worry. We'll be there next week. Cool. Woo! That's what they want. That's what they want. That's all they want. A theatre, popcorn, theatre. Stuff them theatres with a popcorn there. That's all they want. Yeah, I'm telling you. Nah, the man's a winner. Winner. Yeah. Get him in. Early doors. Static, your board are happy for players to walk away for free or next to nothing money. It's sad to see. And if you're not aware, I'm a West Ham fan and it has happened to us all the time. When you get, look, Arsenal, forget Arsenal, any business, right? Any business who can allow their players or whatever to walk out for free, that's a rich business, Any business who can afford to do that, you're rich. You got money, yeah? Arsenal have been doing that for years. Think about all these fringe loan players that we got out who were coming back. I read a story the other day that apparently Cedric is on his way back. I don't think he ever played for Fulham, did he? Was Fulham he was on loan at, I'm sure. I don't even think he got a game. He's coming back, and apparently Arteta has made a U-turn on the player, and now he thinks Cedric could be, become part of the Arsenal squad and play a pivotal role and all this. And I'm thinking, Joe, that's got to be paper talk, surely, because see these fringe players, these players are on the edge, they are coming back at some point, right? What's going to happen there? Now, we've just let Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I think we've just torn up his contract or whatever. He's gone out on a free. And you're at one point, who was it? Was it West Ham who wanted him and they were prepared to pay 20-25 million? Sure, it was a team like that. And now, look, just let him walk. And this is what I'm saying, guys. They're just not well run, financially, from a money point of view. They're not. And if we're not careful, we will lose this Declan Rice deal, right? Because even he must be getting fed up thinking, Arsenal, look, do you want me or not? It's as simple as that. Facts again, Diesel, where demand the best. Yep. Steve, I seen a video on YouTube when you focus on yourself and not think or worry about your ex or others or being obsessed with them, you will be happier. And when you focus on yourself, people are attached to that. Yeah, listen, I think when you're a nervous wreck, mate, people see that you're a nervous wreck and that you're vulnerable. And there's a lot of sharks out there who are, that saying, give an inch, they take a mile, right? You need to be confident in yourself. Steve, listen, mate, I'm going to be totally 100 with you, right? And I say this to birds all the time. Yeah, if you can't respect yourself, don't you dare expect me to respect you. And that's fact. Whether it's a bird, whether it's friends, whatever, right? Yeah, if you can't respect yourself, how can I respect you? Yeah, and when you put it on someone like that, they can't answer the question. It's true. Yeah, you need to respect yourself and you need to love yourself. People say, oh, you love yourself too much. Yeah, of course I do. Why not? What do you want me to do? Hate myself? No. Of course I love myself because I know I'm a top bloke. I'm a nice guy. I'm loyal. I'm good to all, my people around me. I'm a good dad. All these things. Why not? Yeah, but I respect myself. I don't let anyone take the piss out of me, whether that's a bird, a friend, what? No, because I wouldn't do it to them. So why are they doing it to me? Yeah, Steve, honestly, but I'm just as simple as that. And do you know what, mate? I'll be honest with you, right? That can be achieved just through changing that mindset a little bit. Yeah, start to like seeing yourself in the mirror. Start to, look, don't take no crap off anyone, mate, because you don't need to. You're a decent bloke, and people need to look at that. If they're surrounded by people who are constantly putting them down and digging them out, that's no friend. I'm telling you now, it's no friend. Chuck them away. Trust me, yeah? They will miss you more than you miss them. I assure you. So, yeah, honestly, man. Chasing that ex that you want to be with them, they don't want to be with you. Well, then that's your loss then, darling. See ya. Listen, love always finds love. Love always works out in the end. If it's meant to be, it will happen. Trust me. I do believe in that. Yeah, she don't want to know. And no. As far as I'm concerned, listen, I love you, but you don't want to be with me, then that's your loss. See ya. See you later. If you can get better, show me. Go and get better then. Go and get better. You think the grass is greener? See ya. Right, but I'm an ego. I'm one of them. I just in my head I'm like, I know she'll be back. I do. I can't help it. That's just me. We've got Stan the Man, Accrington Stanley in the chat. Big up yourself, Stan. Hope you're well, mate. Oi, Diesel. Hope you're keeping well, mate. I'm always good, Stan. Hope you're good, brother. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while. Kai Havertz would never even clean Bergkamp's boots as well as RVP. Laugh out loud. Yeah. What was that comment I saw? I think it was. And Aaron Jones, don't get me started on the Havertz signing, by the way. Why the hell we've signed him, I don't know. He's absolute crap. Can't pass to save his life and can't shoot for the life of him either. Yeah, I think this is one that's really baffled us, man. And then not just me, I think all of us. And listen, I said this at the start of this stream. That signing for me, it's a double-edged sword. It's going to be one or the other. It's either going to turn out to be one of the most stupidest, dumbest signings Arsenal have ever made, or it could possibly turn out to be one of the shrewdest signings. And I don't know. Yeah, but this thing of buying Chelsea rejects. I say rejects because I thought he wasn't used in his position at Chelsea. It's the only thing I will say about Havertz, right? That I will back him up. He is not a striker. Everyone knows he's not a striker, and yet they continually played him up there, right? If we was buying the Havertz from the Bundesliga, I think everyone would be buzzing with that. But because of what we've seen of him at Chelsea, I know it's no excuse. I'm not saying that, but he's played under 3 managers. He's not a striker. He did his best up there, but let's be honest, he's not a striker. He wasn't good enough. And with some players, I do believe sometimes that in a different environment, with a different team, with a more settled team, with a different kind of manager, a different voice. Because I do think there is a player in there. I do. I know he's flopped at Chelsea, but I do think there is a player in there. Having said that, no way am I spending 65 million on him. No way, no chance at all. And like I said before, guys, technically, yeah, he's a player in there. I want characters, I want leaders, I want battlers in that midfield. And he's not that, right? That's where. Listen, if the last 2 seasons have told us anything, it's that when it comes to the crunch, these players they ain't got the arsehole for it, right? They ain't got the bottle for it. I want players who have got the bottle for it, who have got the bottle for a fight, who can stand up and be counted, yeah, and battle. Because in a lot of games, we don't always have it our own way. Can he do that? The answer is no. Simple, right? Diesel, who's better, Sonego or Havertz? Oh, I'm taking Havertz all day long. Out of those two. Mr. Waffle, Diesel, do you think Henry is still the greatest player to grace the Premier League? Yes. I'd have to. Yeah, it's a toss-up between him and Dennis, but I think Henry just pips it for me. I mean, Bergkamp. I mean, I've seen him do things I've seen. Listen, you're talking one-offs. You know, players like this. You're just talking. There'll never be another Dennis Bergkamp, you know, or another Thierry Henry. I mean, you're talking poetry, emotion. I mean, these guys were artists. Yeah. I think Henry pips it for me purely because he was nothing to what he was when he first arrived. You know, he was an unused winger at Juve. We brought him in. Even Jermaine Pennant sort of saw him in training and sort of made a comment about how bad he was. I mean, to go from that to the global superstar he was, I mean, wow. And let me ask you guys, you know, Thierry Henry, if he was still playing now, what would he be worth? You know, everyone's banging on about Harry Kane and all the. What would Thierry Henry be worth now in this market if he was still playing? Yeah, and he was in his prime. Same with Dennis Bergkamp. What would these players be worth? See, now you're talking proper players. Yeah. Right now we're talking world-class players. You know, all this rubbish about Saka and Odegaard, Martinelli, world-class. No, right? That's that small mindset mentality of a lot of these Arsenal fans, and some of, like, you know, my friends included, yeah, because this is why I can't talk football with them, because they just chat crap, yeah, chat fart, yeah, they have no clue what they're talking about, right? I'm talking about Dennis Bergkamp, Thierry Henry. Now we're talking world-class players. You want to talk world-class? Let's talk world-class players of them too, of that ilk. World-class. Not one team in world football they would not walk into. That is what you call world-class. Right? World-class players of that ilk. But yeah, Thierry just pips it for me. 69 likes. Come on. Not bad. I'm just going to do a few more comments, guys, and I'm going to, was it 20 past 11? I'm getting hungry as well. Now that I've got any super chats, I can finally go and do a steak. Todd Burchap, you want to make a football team should be the same, have the same standards as Man City and Real Madrid. Yes. Ace Allen, Diesel, are you Arteta out? Yes, I am. He's been, look, Ace, he's been in, look, I know I'm going to say this and people are going to think, what, the season we've just had? What, are you mad? He's had a good season and I've praised him, as you guys know, on this channel, right? It's never been personal for me with Mikel. I don't hate him or dislike him. Nothing like that. Purely based on a football decision. He's taken us as far as he can. Arsenal, for me, have bottled it twice. When it really matters, they don't come to the party. For me, for where I want Arsenal to get to, I don't think he's the man to elevate us to that next level. I really don't, right? So if you ask me, Arteta out, I'd say yes. A lot of Arsenal fans just want top 4. They're happy with just getting in the top 4. And if that's what they want, then Arteta's the man for that. Arteta can do that. Probably. But for the Holy Grail, which is what I want, I don't think he's the man for it. So, yeah, in answer to your question, I would be Arteta out, yes. He's had long enough. I'm fed up with this Declan Rice situation. I'm not going to lie. Am I the only one that thinks he's massively overhyped? I mean, other than the odd good through ball, what does he actually do? Do you know what, Neil? I was where you was a little bit, right? Because I even to this day, I think he's a very good player. I do think he's overhyped, though. I do. Now, I think Tony's gone now. Tony Blackwell in the chat, Early Doors TV. Obviously, him being a West Ham fan can tell us more. He obviously watches Declan Rice every single week. We don't. But from what I've seen, I've always said I do think he's a little bit overhyped. However, having said that, I do also believe that. I mean, I'm hearing all this. But he can't do this. He doesn't do enough of that. He doesn't do enough of this. And I do think, yeah, but we sometimes forget he is playing for West Ham. You know, most of the games they're not going to have the majority of the ball, and you know they're fighting relegation, right? I do think I'd like to see Declan Rice in a better team. Us or like a Man City who. Most games, we dominate the ball, we control the ball, we control the tempo of the game. I'd like to see, with the shackles being let off Declan a little bit, if he came to us or Man City, I think he could elevate. I really do. But I think the judge, obviously, he's playing for West Ham and it's different. You know, I'd like to see him in a better side and see what he can do. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Relax Co. What's this I'm seeing about 105 million Arsenal bid for Declan Rice? I've not seen that, mate. That must be recent. I'll have a look. Mr. Waffle, 200 million easy, Diesel. Yeah, he's obviously on about Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp. What would they be worth now? Easy. BVB David, 100 to 200 million. Yeah. No, more than 100 million. Closer to 200. Easy. Messi talked about how much of a humbling experience it was for him to even be around Thierry Henry. And this is coming from Lionel Messi, by the way. I mean, you don't get better, do you? Static, Diesel after going there 5 minutes. Welcome back, bro. Henry and Bergkamp would be worth over 120 million. I'd say that as Saka is worth that right about now. Yeah, exactly. No, Static, thank you for staying. Listen, I appreciate it's getting on, guys. I'm gonna end the stream. Diesel going on till midnight. You're mad, bruv. I can't do it. My throat won't have it. But listen, even now, right? What? 25 past 11. There's still 50 people watching. It's flattering, man. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I know I've been away. I've come back. I can still pull in the crowd. I love it. Yeah, I don't even care if that sounds ego or cocky. I don't care. I just love it. But I think the reason why you do it is obviously, you know, I'm not going to roll back. I'm just going to come out and say what I really think and what is on my mind. And it's not boring, is it, guys? Let's be honest. If the show is anything but boring, right? I love characters. I think I'm a character like myself. I'm a typical Leo. I'm loud, bubbly, protective, all of them things. I'm a lion, big lion. Right, and obviously you prefer seeing that than some robotic, monotone man just sitting here spouting nonsense and talking fart. Yeah, so there you go. Hey? Love it. Right, okay. So, I'm going to do a stream soon. I want to get in touch with Jez and get him on because I've been on his channel twice now, and he's not been on here for a while, and I feel really bad. So, I'm going to get him on at some point. I know it's a bit quiet at the moment, obviously. Everyone's having a well-earned sort of summer break. I get all that. But listen, you know, don't be surprised if I put a stream together and I just want to chat. It doesn't necessarily have to be about Arsenal or whatever. It can be about anything, man. Anything that you guys are stressing over, a job, a bird, your missus, what, some side piece, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm here. Talk to Uncle D's, right? Trust me, I know my stuff. I will advise you and let you know what I would do, right? Anything like that, trust me. But yeah, I'm going to go. Guys, thanks for joining me, yeah? Excuse me. Diesel, Mike, Diesel, you have a great chat. Let me start again. Diesel, you have a great chat room, fella. Your subs can only increase. Thank you. Yeah, Mike, do you know what it is, mate? I'm proud of it, man. I'm proud of it. I built it. what I like about this, you don't really get wrong-uns in here. Like, you don't, like, I'm lucky. I've got some good mods, by the way, as well. But to be honest, I think that it's light work for them. I don't really get abused in here. Like, we don't, you know, you get the odd one, but you don't really. It's not bad at all. Do you know what I mean? It's not, and I love that. But it's a community channel, and these guys have been with me since Claude and the Bandsters. You know, so it's nice. I feel like I know you guys. I've never met you guys before. It's really weird, but it's a nice weird. I love it. Right. I was going to say something. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to touch on Love Island, but I don't think you guys would appreciate that now. So no. Do you know what? I was thinking about doing streams on Love Island, but this year's a bit poor in it. I love watching it, but I can't lie. It's not the best. But it is what it is. I'm just a typical bloke. I love it. Static, you're going, mate. Clem, big up yourself, Clem. Unfortunately, brother, I'm going to go now, man. Footy chats, big up yourself, footy chats. This chat is elite. We are all cool in here. If any donuts come in here, they will get dealt with, and then they will get blocked. Come on, yeah, I deal with them. Yeah, I deal with them. You understand? Come on, love it, right? Yeah, only friends and family here. That's all we want, right? And then we all play together and chat facts and this and that, the other. But guys, I've got to go. Right, my throat's holding out. I'm gonna munch. Right. So listen, thank you very much. Smash the likes and listen, guys. You don't do this. I don't know why you don't listen to me. Right. Listen to Deez. He knows what he's talking about. Big D, you know. That notification bell, right? I swear to God, do it. Put it on. Turn it on. Because sometimes on a whim, I will see something on the telly. I'll be mad about something, and I'll be like, do you know what? I need to rant. I need to run. I need to vent my anger. I need to talk to my people. Them. Yeah, and when I say people, then I'm on about you guys in the lovely chat here, you lovely people, right? So put that notification bell on. I might advertise and say, listen, I'm going live in 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes, guys. Come and join me there. Yeah, let's run and vent together, right? So yeah, let's do that. Hit the notification bell, guys. Love yous, and yeah, wish you well. Oh, actually, I'm going to play the intro because it's sick, and CMO is the man. So let me do that now, right? But yeah, I love you, and I'll see you later. Wish you well. Well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me, subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere.